With the Democratic presidential candidates turning in their second quarter fundraising totals, President Trump is hosting another fundraiser at his golf club in New Jersey this weekend. Political donors continue to feel the heat from both sides ahead of 2020. One America's Rion sat down with one of President Trump's 2020 campaign team members for more on his re-election strategy. Take a look.
Mark Lauder, Strategic Communications Director for Trump 2020. We have a lot of topics to actually talk about for Trump 2020. Now, we have immigration, we have taxes, we have the economy. Where do voters stand as far as what they care about?
Well, I think it varies for each individual voter. Polls generally show that people vote the economy. They vote their pocketbooks. And that's one of the reasons why we're seeing President Trump so strong and headed toward re-election in 2020, because you have this tremendous economic boom because of the president's actions. We're creating jobs. New companies are opening up left and right, and people are now actually starting to see it in their paychecks. We've got wages that are growing now at a faster rate than any time in a decade. Couple that with tax cuts. People have got more money in their pockets to be able to spend. That is showing up in consumer confidence. It's showing up in purchases. It's showing up in so many different areas because people feel confident about their own personal finances.
You might have noticed this trend on the Democratic side of really avoiding at all costs discussion about the economy. How are they getting away with this?
Well, ultimately what they want people to do is ignore the evidence that they see right in front of them every day. I mean, people see that stores and places across their communities have help wanted signs. We have 1.6 million more jobs available right now than we do unemployed people. It's the first time in history that we have more jobs than we do people seeking unemployment. And you know, the old line used to be that people would look for a job. Now jobs are looking for people. And that shows you what's going on under President Trump's leadership. So asking the American people to ignore what they see in their pocketbooks, what they see with their own eyes, is just not a winning message for them. That's why you've seen them careen off the cliff of socialism, trying to come up with something to differentiate themselves from the president.
Now with socialism, obviously their number one message is free this, free that. We have the second quarter fundraising numbers coming in. On the Democratic side, Bernie Sanders came in on top this last quarter. After him, we have Buttigieg and then Biden following. Does this represent half of America, or is it representing the passions of the radical left?
Well, I think in certain cases, you know, you've got established candidates who've run before, like Bernie Sanders, who has an existing well of support that he can tap into. But despite all of those numbers, they're actually very paltry compared to what President Trump is reporting. I mean, 98% of our donors are small dollar donors, under $200. And that shows you the amount of grassroots support that there is for this president. Whichever liberal candidate comes out of their primary, they're going to be broke and bruised because they're gone through that primary. And then they're going to get a big bag of wet cement known as the Democrat National Committee. It's going to be strapped to their back because the Democrat National Committee can't raise money. They're falling way behind the Republicans. Now you get to carry a bankrupt DNC on your back and face Donald Trump at the same time.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.